Education is meant to embolden critical thinking, if it's really, really meant to help the people know better, why is it still line-by-line instruction? Why is it very basic? Why isn't the voter education targeting things like misinformation or tribal bias or some of the things that have actually cemented themselves in our society as major problems?
You know, one of the challenges we have is, even as you listen to all of us speak, there are different views about what's wrong with the system. Yet at the same time, we're saying the system is not broken, but can be improved. There's an assumption that voters don't know what they're doing. But I'd like to tell you that voters are very sophisticated. They make their decisions and elect the person they want. You know, sometimes people say, how come so-and-so was elected? Kwani hawa watu ni wajinga? They chose that person. They decided that they're going to choose him, not because they're not educated, but because they had that choice to make. So elections have a lot of other dynamics. How you speak to the people, what you tell them you're going to do with them and for them, how they view you as a person, perhaps even your history, perhaps where you're coming from. So they understand specifically who they want to elect. So there's always an assumption, and many times it comes from Nairobi, that the voter is not educated. Believe you me, they're very sophisticated. Our electoral system is also extremely sophisticated, and it is complex. So it is not, as we see it, as just this thing that's moving around and so on. People win an election on the basis of what they tell the people and how they're perceived by those people. And I'd like to just add that if you go to your voters and tell them you don't believe in the IBC, I would like to suggest that you don't run, because it's going to be a day of tears. When everything ends and you're on your own, then you realize that you wasted time and resources. So if you don't believe in the system, stay out of it. It's not going to be helpful. You can help a system more when you're in it. So, but beyond that, there's need to let everyone know how the process works, so that even that person in the village will support the outcome of the election. But what comes naturally in Kenya is that people dispute the election on the basis of not winning it. So it's not that the system was broken or this didn't work. It's because I didn't win, kuna kitu hapo ndani. And everybody goes on that. So if we say that the election in 2022 was won fairly or absolutely, then we must believe in what we are saying. We can't have it both ways, where we say it was stolen, and on the other hand, we say it was won.
All right. So, all right. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to conclude that we need to look at what is the objective of the election, okay? Whatever that objective is, we have to get to that objective without destroying the country. Because right now we're in a very volatile, delicate situation where anything could go.
All right. All right. Prof, just a moment. Olang, let me bring you